Belle Epoque, an artistic revolution. It lasted from 1871, just after the Franco-Prussian War, after the French lost and Napoleon was dethroned, eh? 1871, this began, and it ended just before the First World War. This artistic revolution, the La Belle Epoque, this period of French celebration, really, after they lost the war and just before heading into the next war, they were celebrating and giving one last hurrah before the end of the end all, baby. Because during the height of this period is when the Universal Paris Exposition took place. Yes, a time of flaunting our greatest human achievements at the time and our greatest technological advancements. And it gave rise to world's fairs and ideas like this and such. Give me a break. This was a last hurrah. This was a last hurrah, this time period, before they really shut it down, just before the First World War. La Belle Epoque lasted from 1871 till 1914 when the war began. Like, so I find this interesting. I always like to read what other works the authors may have put out there. And we have a nonfiction, and I find this interesting. Monsters and The Myth of France are the two nonfiction works by the same author. Nonfiction. Nonfiction. And then we go down. Fiction, The Dracula Archives. The Dracula Archives. In fiction, Monsters and Myth of France. In nonfiction, it was categorized, and that's supposed to be truthful categorization. Interesting, eh? Moving on, 1889. 1889. Give me a break with the I right there. We have a 1 over here, though, and yes, the highest metal structure in the world, in Paris, completed in Paris, yes. A century of great achievements, that's what I said. Flaunting off our greatest human achievements, our greatest technological advancements, and celebrating thereof. And the occasion was also intended to celebrate France's republican system of government because they were in their third republic, which was their longest regime since the French Revolution. That's correct. The Third Republic. So, in a sense, yes, they were celebrating, but they were celebrating for themselves because they were about to end all of this greatness and these great achievements, and they were flaunting it off one last time, one last hurrah, is what we saw in this time period. So I'm not sure who's lighting fireworks off in the chambers here, but we have dynamite in the chambers, baby, dynamite in the chambers. And look at what they're surrounded by, these marble top podiums, these beautiful wood with these columns, these beautiful women here as columns. Columns of beautiful goddesses here, eh? And angels, what have you. These structures weren't theirs, baby. These structures weren't theirs, baby. There's like a demon right here. So look at this building. Look at the building and the columns way up there. Way up there, big columns, big building. Beautiful building. And we move on. Got Bigfoot in the background here throwing a tantrum, an absolute tantrum. His missus don't seem to mind one bit, though. She could care less, baby. She could care, but he broke a tree in half here. It's not a gorilla. Look at the legs. Do gorillas have legs? That's Bigfoot. And he's throwing a tantrum here with his conical head, and he's throwing a tantrum. He snapped a tree in half. They do that. They snap trees in half, baby. Big trees. And these are damn near photographic. I mean, this is like superimposed art. This is weird. Some of this stuff is too realistic. Give me a break. And they got the catcher's mitt here in the background. Who's playing ball? Give me a break. And look at the glass, though. Look at the water glass and the paper. Very good artwork here. If it's not superimposed photograph, I mean, look at the paper. Good work. And Alfred Jerry. Mr. Alfred Jerry. I don't know who that is. Give me a break. And look at the surrounded by in these time periods still. See, it was one last hurrah. We were still surrounded by this old world beauty in the back, but we got the square on the compass. Well, we got the square on the compass. His legs he's in the compass and square position here. And Freemason, give me a break. They're all doing that, though. Where is the real art? They're all in Freemasonry poses. Artwork all the way back from the 1700s. All the way back to what they say is like 1500s art. I was in the art museum and I was losing my Shit, everything in there was touched or has that symbolism. So did that symbolism mean something else in the past? But everything is encoded with it. You know, I think all the artwork has been touched. And we have another one here. What is she doing here? So we have Diana here, and she's got a square and a compass. Give me a break. Up to no good. And they always have old world furniture behind them in these shots. These wealthy folks, they have furniture that does not belong to what belongs to them now. They've stolen it, but and they did not share um, fairly. Whatsoever, they were not fair in their game, baby. And they call themselves masters. Well, they're smart, but they're not masters. They're smart, but they're not. And what have they done here? What have we done here? So they have a homunculus. They have released a homunculus. Or wait, no, this is a familiar spirit. This is a familiar spirit. So what this would mean? We got the squares and the compasses everywhere, and they're squared. But give me a break. But anywho, she's doing the same thing here. But she's spooked. She's scared. What have they have opened? And look what they're surrounded. Look at the light fixture on the top here. Give me a break. Look at the light fixture. Oh my goodness! In the wall, look at the wallpaper. Look at the wallpaper that they're surrounded by, and they've released. Well, he's got. It seems to be a male. He got the curly cherubim blonde, shining gold hair. However, he doesn't have any cherubim wings, but he's got breasts. So this is either a homunculus or this is some sort of an angel. I don't know, or maybe a Nephilim or a demon. I'm not sure, but he has breasts and he seems to be male. He's male and he has breasts. So, and that's what we see with the depictions of the angels and such. A lot of them seem to be androgynous beings, um, so on and so forth, or hermaphroditic. I don't know which one, but there's an urn up here, and look at all the beauty that's surrounded. And they've really, and what have they done? What have they done? And she's scared. They seem to be all right with it, but do they seem friendly? Do they seem friendly? Not so much. Not so much. He might be friendly. He might be, but I don't know about these two here. These two here, they have that look, they have that look in their eye. So good work with the mustache. That's good work. That's good work. Good work. And I'm not sure, but look at this here. Now he's either a robot. Okay, and the taller the hat, right? The taller the hat. You're damn straight. That's correct. Does he look human? No, he does not. He looks either like a robot, or maybe he's getting a pretty good whiff of some of that mercury and lead poisoning coming off that hat, eh? Some of those mercury fumes, eh? He's got that stale look on his face. Oh yeah, yeah. He's getting a jolly. Well, I'm sorry. He's getting a whiff. Let's just say that. And look what they're eating here. They're eating fruit and flowers and grapes. Okay, they're not eating they might be eating the flowers as well. And they got the fruit and the flowers flying. These are Phoenicians. These are Phoenicians with their beards. And they got fruit and flowers flying everywhere. And they were gorgeous. And look at this here. There's some sort of and they got storks in the sky, storks, and some sort of a unicorn creature. Or no, this is a sea snake. This is a sea. What is this? Is this a griffin? Do griffins have sea snake or little mermaid bodies? I don't know. This is some sort of a sea snake. So these are Phoenicians, and they're gorgeous. They're beautiful. And she has technology. Is that a balloon engine or what? Is that like a balloon engine or jetpack or a weapon? That's technology. That's technology she's carrying here. She's got crystals and diamonds in her hair, and they are stark. They're never happy, and they're never happy. Just a little gang sign here. They're never happy with these square and compass positions, but they got beautiful dresses, and they floweth, and it floweth ever so beautifully. And what are these pillars here? These pillars and these water towers and these, they call them water towers. They call them all sorts of things. What are those? It looks like technology. It looks like an obelisk. Pillar technology. I don't know. And we're giving offerings here to the nature spirits. And here they are floating around. Here they are floating around here. And we're giving offerings. Hopefully we're giving offerings to the nature spirits, eh? And hopefully there's nobody behind this tree here. Okay. So that's interesting. This is that period, and there were giants in the earth in those days. Okay. And also afterwards, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of man and took for each of them wives, each of which they chose, and they bare children to them, the same of which became mighty men, men of renown, heroes of old, giants, monsters, and they devoured each other, eh? And they devoured each other. Give me a break. And it got out of hand, way out of hand. There were giants in the earth in those days, eh? But what could that mean? Light. And I'm not digging her style here. Her style, I'm not digging it. This is new age crap, and I'm not digging it. These, first of all, nothing here is ever, with her style here, none of it. It's all asymmetrical. It's jagged. It's ugly. It's all jagged and gross. And she's showing skin here when she's got an old world gown, an old world dress, flowing. Okay, flowing dress, and she's got her skin showing. When the short skirts show up, and the skin starts showing, those are the Phoenicians. Those are the Phoenicians, and here they are, mocking the old world, wearing their clothes and showing their skin. Because the old world, I think, they wore these flowing. Here, I'll show you. And they were stark, beautiful. Look how gorgeous. Look at her hair. Look at her hair. She's a flower. She has a flower in her hair. For the love of God, she has a flower in her hair. Look how gorgeous. And these dresses, these flowing dresses, and she appears to be floating here. She's floating. And also some sort of a giant. And these flowing dresses, and they go all the way down to the floor, baby. And yes. That's what you see. But this Fuller, I'm not digging her style. I'll show you in a moment here. See, this is the old world here. See, these translucent, beautiful, flowing garments and dresses, and they go all the way down to the ankles. They're not overexposed, but they are stark beautiful. They are stark beautiful, and they're gorgeous, and they have these flowing dresses, and they're blindingly beautiful. This may be Judas here. This may be Judas. And they're stark beautiful here, see? And she's got a weapon there. So, and she's floating, and she's floating. She's floating. That's who they were. And we have a duel here. Now, who's going to win? Who's going to win, eh? Who just won, actually? Who's going to cheat? You're damn right. Who's all wearing the same hat? Who's all wearing the same hat, baby? Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, he already took a bullet. He already took one. Yep. That's the oof. That's the oof face. Oof. He just cheated. He just cheated. Give me a break. He never turned around. He never turned around, and he's just cheated and blew his brains out, baby. Yeah. You can see his gun's at a cock angle, and it shot that way. And it shot that. He missed. He had already been shot. Yeah. So, there you have it. And they're dirty, rotten cheaters as well, and liars. And they're standing on here. These herringbone bricks. Give me a break. Sidewalk is herringbone bricks. And what is this? This is a siege. The siege of the headquarters. Well, you got 2 soldiers out here, baby. That ain't looking like a siege. Yeah, these folks having a conversation, selling some bread over here. And with the cart here, and you think that's a siege of what? The headquarters, eh? Really? That's the siege, eh? Huh. Okay. Look at the wood doors. Those aren't our doors for giants here, baby. Let me break those. And it's things like this that make you wonder, now, what could this possibly mean? A bottleneck. Straight in the eye socket, baby. Neck in the socket. What could that mean? When it comes to our moon, eh? Maybe what we're told is just as good as what we see here. Maybe what we're told is just as good as what we see. A neck in the eye socket, baby. And over here, there is a fire that happened, and I find it strange that we have a bunch of Phoenician helmeted Roman soldiers here putting the flames out, and all these dead folks here laying here absolutely fried. What happened here? Did they cause it, and are they now posing as the heroes who actually just slaughtered these folks? That could be. That could be. Or maybe this is just a fire. I don't know. But they call it the bizarre fire. The bizarre fire. So I think it is a bit bizarre here that his skull is cracked. I find it a bit strange that his skull is cracked wide open, pal, and that you're standing over him like this with a weapon in your hand. So these are Phoenicians. This is some sort of a lightsaber here. He's got in his hand. See? He's grasping onto a lightsaber, some sort. See? See that? What the hell is that? He's got in his hand there. The lightsaber. It's all lit up right here. So that's what's happening in this time period. We're flaunting off their technology, their weapons, and here she is again. And I'm not feeling it with those dirty feet. I'm not feeling it with that creepy wing, fallen angel, disgusting, asymmetrical bullshit. That is gross. That is so offensive. Yes, it is. That is so offensive. Yes, it is. That is not beautiful to me. I'm sorry. That's representing fallen angels, yes, and that's not okay. That's gross. You know, and these folks get a lot of money for this stuff, for representing this stuff and for symbolizing this stuff. Why are they going through such lengths? If this stuff is a bunch of hocus pocus, eh? If it's all just a bunch of hocus pocus, I don't think it is. I think we better be careful because we don't know what we're dealing with here. We don't know what we're dealing with here whatsoever. But something off is happening here, eh? Something off is happening in this world, and we better be aware of it, and not just be so dismissive of things that make us feel uncomfortable and whatnot. Um, but I love you all. Take care. La Belle Epoque. Here's just a table of its contents. We're talking about that period, 1889, 1900s, when the exposition happens. The Dreyfus period, artistic revolution, anarchists and magicians in this time period. And I love how the old books, we just they meant, like computers are to us, these colored pages, these beautiful, thick covers, and these indestructible books. Okay, they last forever if taken care of well. They meant a lot. These books were important for a reason. They don't go through this type of trouble for stuff, for nonsense. Take care, everyone.